Welcome to our Wednesday morning practice, you all. My name is Erin, and I'm delighted to share this practice with you from my home to yours. I read a quote yesterday. I came across my Instagram feed, and sometimes the best little nuggets come through Instagram. And it just like it summed up so succinctly and so impactfully a concept that I share through my yoga practice all the time of just letting go, parigraha in yogic speak. And I'm going to share the quote with you at the beginning. I'll share it with you at the end. We're going to go ahead and start in a child's pose today. So come into any sort of grounding shape with the fronts of the legs rooted down. Maybe knees are narrow or wide. Maybe you bring something underneath the belly to support your chest if you're not feeling like you're able to get down there on your own today, and that's fine. Know when it's time to ask for help. And the props can be very, very helpful as you get settled. Inviting back this idea of space. Where can you create space through the arms and shoulders, between the fingers? Create some space between anything that's happened up till your day and this moment, and anything that's happening after this moment and this moment, so that you can sort of separate the virtual reality from reality and just arrive where you are now. Take your head and just move it gently side to side, awakening that third eye energy, tapping into your wisdom, any vision that you have for your practice today, just letting that light glow brightly, feeling inspired by your mere presence. And then bring the head to rest, along with the body finding stillness. Settle in, noticing how the body feels this morning. Without any judgment, simply be aware of spaces of comfort or discomfort. No need to react to it, no need to change anything, just be present for it. Notice the way the body responds to the breath as it comes and goes. The breath, I say this over and over, is your greatest mindfulness coach. Because if your mind drifts away, it's a tether to the here and now. It reminds you where you are in this present moment. It doesn't judge. It truly is inspiring. Inspiration, that's the breath itself. And it reminds you of the impermanence of everything. Things come, things go, and sometimes things only go when we are willing to relinquish them, willing to take what we need or take what we can learn from them and just let them float away from our consciousness. And so this quote that I share with you by Ivan Nuru, not sure who that is, but I really love what he said. If it's out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind too. If it's out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind too. Just let that sink in for a moment. We spend a lot of time grasping onto things that are out of our hands, out of our control. Most everything is out of our control. What we know we can control is our own attitude and perspective and response to the world around us. But everything else, which is about 99% of everything else in the world, is completely out of our hands. So why do we have our mind so tightly wrapped around outcomes and expectations? Think about how that space in your mind could be better served, just tuning in to life as you're living it, other lessons to be learned, simple pleasures and joys that surround you. If it is out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind too. So maybe as you practice today, you'll start to find some clarity on some situations in your life that have been tangling you up a little bit. Maybe some freedom when you realize what is and isn't in your control. And maybe just letting things be. Letting life unfold, and use the time to spend practicing mindfulness so that you're not reactive to things. You just simply are present for them. Take a big breath in. Let something go. From here, we're going to walk our hands back toward our knees and draw the knees together. There was a request from Miss Hillary for a little thigh work today, so we'll start out with just a nice thigh stretch in either hero's pose or saddle pose. You can support this by bringing a block between your ankles, or two blocks if you need to elevate to support your knee joint. Just feel the nice stretch across the quads. Sit up nice and tall. Place both hands on your heart, sensing your loving presence here. Connect with your intention for your practice today. Maybe your intention transcends this practice itself and is simply your intention for being. Two. Full breath out. One more. Inhale. Release. Beautiful. Roll right over to a table position, cushioning the knees any way that you need them to be supported. Spread the fingers, stack shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, and begin to flow in your spinal articulations, dropping the belly for extension into your cow pose. And exhale, let the breath go around the spine into your cat pose. Inhale, sink the belly, press forward with the heart. And exhale. Moving the spine, hips, shoulders. One more, really exaggerating the movement through slow, intentional flow. Beautiful. Come right back into center. As you inhale, extend your right arm forward, left leg back. Just notice the engagement in the belly so you can support yourself in balance. As you inhale, open the right arm to the right, open the left leg to the left. And then as you exhale, cross over the midline, just challenging your balance here. It's like a little sobriety test. Have you had your coffee yet? Inhale, open up. Exhale. Here. One more. Big breath in. Full breath out. Right here, drop the left toes over to the right side. Drop the right palm down under the right shoulder and look over the shoulder, catching a view of your left toes. Open up through the left side body. You can move the left arm a little bit up and over if you want, if that helps to bring a deeper stretch into the left side. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. And then bring that left hand back to center, lift the left leg. We're going to bend the knee and take on the left. So back bend by lifting and pressing forward with heart. So get out of this what you want out of this. Actively kick the foot into the leg or relax the muscles a little bit and get a passive stretch through the quads by bringing the heel to the sit bone. Choose your own adventure. Nice. One more breath. Beautiful. From here, we're going to release the bind, bring the right hand down to the earth, step the left foot between the thumbs, and find a twist. So left arm goes up, sink deep into those hips, maybe some pulsing into the hips. Okay, welcome. Spine. And then release the hand, shift back into a half split. Great time to invite blocks into practice, using them to frame that left leg. Inhale, lift up slightly, and exhale, fold, sinking the chest. I'm gonna mute. I got you muted, Lisa. You're good. All right. Take one more breath here. Sending it right where you need it. Shift back forward. Plant the hands to the ground. Send that left leg back. Bend the left knee. Bring that left knee behind the right knee. So the knees are crossed and sinking hips back into a little shoelace pose just for a moment. And one thing that helps to make this accessible for super tight hips is to bring a blanket or a block or something underneath the sit bones. And whoo, it changes things. It makes it a lot more accessible. So if you have something, grab it, stick it underneath the booty, and just feel your presence here stretching into the hips. Take a big breath in, lift up tall. And as you exhale, lean forward. We're just going to be here for a few breaths. One more breath. Back to the table. The cats, whatever feels in your body. And then we'll come right back into our table position. Again, brace the spine, feel the muscles start to hug into the midsection. Stick your right leg back, left arm forward. As you inhale, open the left to the left, right to the right. And as you exhale, cross over the midline. So we're just moving the limbs here. Try not to move into the hips or move into the spine. Two more. Some fun. And right here, as you cross right behind the left and back onto the earth, look over your left shoulder. If you want to move or readjust the positioning of your right arm and hand to get deeper into the stretch, go for it. We're looking to open up the right side body. Breathe. One more breath. Nice. Float that right leg back behind you. Bend the knee. Take the left hand to the ankle or the inner arch of the foot, wherever you like. Get your upper back. Be different. Positioning will be different depending on what you're after. Breathe. One more breath. Nice. Release the bind. Right foot steps between the hands. Peel the right arm up for a twist. Adding the little pulse here if that helps to create more space in the hips. Maybe float the gaze up to the right thumb. One more breath. And then bring that arm down, shift the hips back, half split. If you want to heel, one more breath. Beautiful. We're going to shift back forward into table. Right leg goes behind us. Bend the knee, big circles into that hip. Really get those synovial juices flowing. And then tuck the right knee behind the left knee as best you can. Start to walk back. The hips will come down to a surface. Where did you go? Oh, there it is. Bolster, a big pillow, something to elevate. Breath in. Or to find an edge here, 2 breaths. If it's out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind too. Keep coming back to that centering thought. And then rock back onto the knees. We're going to come right back into table. One last chance to just move freely. Well, it's not a last chance. You can move freely for the rest of your life, but just find some movement directed by your own intuition here. Feet, let the knee 6 inches from the earth. Okay, just start to feel your pressing away. Feel the shoulders igniting. Feel the core warming up. Feel the thighs start to heat. Take another breath. And then get your chest all the way to your thighs. All the way. So your booty's sticking up, the knees are bent, chest to the thighs. Look back at your toes. One more breath. And then begin to straighten the legs. Ah, how does that feel? Downward facing dog. Making adjustments into your hands and your feet to accommodate your own personal anything else that's in the way, let it go. Free your mind. Free your mind. How many times have you guys been singing that in your head? The rest will follow. All right, big breath in. Now you're going to sing it the whole time because I totally got it stuck in your head. And you can thank me because you probably had some silly holiday songs stuck in your head up till now. So you needed something new. Big breath. And let the breath go. Let's take a few sun salutations. Look to the front of the mat. Step, hop, jump, feet to hands. Slowly rise up, building a leg. With the hands to the hands back to your high plank. High plank, lower down, chaturanga. Coming all the way to the earth to start. Lifting through the heart, supporting your back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, little cobra, just lifting through the heart, softening the shoulders. Lower down. One more. Big breath in. Really root down through the pelvis here. And then come back to table. Flex the feet. Lift the knees about 6 inches. Once again, just slowly growing our shape here to challenge the bone tilting up. And then let down facing dog. Breath in and breath out. Look to the front, step or hop, feet to hands. Rise all the way up. Open up a little back bend if that serves you. And float back down to fold. Halfway lift. Step or hop back. Take your flow. High plank to low plank. Remember, no plank is always an option if that's not in the cards for you today. For whatever reason. We don't need a reason, just because. Up. Let it go. Hands to the earth, step or hop. You got this. Tuning into the rhythm of your own breath, the wisdom of your body. Last one, I'm going to come check you all out. Flow. Take your flow how it serves you best. Nice. Beautiful. Nicely. Gorgeous. Yeah. Opening that heart, Nancy, really letting it shine. Back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Look to the front of the mat. Step or hop feet to hands. We're going to wrap. We're going to come in. Or feet. Nice. So feel grounded. Lift up. And as you exhale, send the tailbone straight down to the earth, coming right into your chair pose. And then drive into the heels as you lift yourself right back up. And exhale, sink the hips, chair pose. Just slowly moving in and out of chair pose, honoring the engagement through the hips, the legs. Inhale up. Come on down. One more big breath. Beautiful. Come right here. Bring your hands to your heart. Shift the weight into the right foot and step the left foot back so you're in a and look out with this person lifted. That's everything's fine. You're doing you, and that's always the best way to be. You can also open your arms here. Try to maintain engagement in that back leg so you're not just dumping into the front. Really think about lifting the hamstring, lifting the calf. Press into the heel. Take another breath. Nice. Slowly start to unwind. Lift up. Bring your hands to bind behind the back and open up your heart. So the minute you lift your gaze up away from the right foot, you may feel a little unstable. Maybe, maybe not. And you use your proprioception to help engage to squeeze the muscles so that you feel balanced in this space. Take another breath. Let the bind go. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, high plank. Lower down, go through your flow. This basement of mine was quite cold when I started, but I'm starting to feel warm now. Hope you're feeling warmed up. Look to the front of the mat, step or hop feet to hands. All the way up you go. Get the feet situated. Sink into those hips, chair pose. Yes, nice, Linda. Just using our hips down. Inhale. Last one, big breath. If you're feeling it, you're doing it. As long as you're not causing pain anywhere. Hands to the heart. Step the right foot back. Reach and extend through the spine and twist to the left. So remember that you want the spinal extension before the rotation. So you can create the space. Of course, a lifted open twist is there for you as well. Maybe you open the arms and then really think about engaging into that back leg. Beautiful. One. Lift the arms up. Then bind your foot behind the back to honor a back bend. As you lift the gaze, let your attention float into your left leg, deciding what needs to be done in order to feel stable. Make sure the breath is flowing freely in and out. Nice. One more breath. And then release, arms lift. Arms to the earth, step back and flow. Breath in. Pull out. Look to the front, step or hop feet to hands. Sweep all the way up. I'm taking off I don't know if you guys saw this, my favorite. Wake me up when winter is over. Woo. Feel like I'm having a personal summer down here now, so winter's over for a minute. Big breath in, exhale, chair pose. From chair pose, hands to the heart, step the left foot back. Reach and extend forward, take your twist to the right. And then we're gonna try a little balance here. Just think about shifting the weight into the right foot and lifting the left heel from the earth just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. You can keep the right knee bent or begin to straighten it. Just release down. Start to unwind high crescent. From high crescent, open up into a 5-pointed star. Yeah. Woo. Think about what you can free yourself from right here. This is a very liberating shape. Your body language, your posture here is showing release, right? You're showing a little vulnerability, but it's very much allowing the world to welcome you, welcoming the world into your body. But you have to let something go in order to feel free. So what is that for you right here? Big breath. The hands go to bind on the toes. Bend the elbows, drawing the head a little further down. Breathe into those hamstrings. Take another breath. Beautiful. Slowly begin to rise halfway. Hands to your hips. Just continue to feel the engagement through the legs here as the back is nice and flat. Crown of the head reaches forward. And then slowly start to rise up. Lift your right toes, swivel on the heel, point the toes forward. Warrior two. Inhale straight. And Working out my side quad a little bit. Your quad singing to you tomorrow. You just give Hillary a big kiss, send her a little meta. Big breath in. Right here. Bring those hands to the ribs and swivel them to the left just a little bit. While keeping that right open. Extend through the arms. Gaze over the right hand. Big breath in. Just sense this moment. Take another breath. And as you exhale, extended side angle. Left arm is going to reach up, creating from the Take a big breath. Around, looking for a bind. It helps a little bit. You feel a little bit more rotation in the spine. You can even bring that right hand down to the earth. You're looking to go deeper. Take a big breath. And then we're going to cartwheel both hands down to the earth. Drop your left knee, taking a little twisted dragon here. Bend the left knee if this works for you, if this serves you. You can also use a strap or a towel or a t-shirt to help you make the bind. Bring that right hand back behind you and draw the left heel toward the left hip. If you want to discomfort and risk come on a block. Breaths here, really big breaths, right where you need it. Release any binds you have. Bring the hands back down to the earth. We're going to step back into high plank. Take your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Honor the presence of breath through your whole body. Little hop maybe. Chair pose. Hands to the heart. Right foot steps back. Extend forward, twist to your left. Welcome that balance. It doesn't have to be a real dramatic transition from here to a floating, twisting warrior three. Maybe just shift a little bit into that left leg and just lift the right toes a tad. Just a tad. Just challenge the balance a little bit, little by little. Maybe once you notice how the presence creates stability, maybe you lift it a little more. Yeah. Beautiful. We're going to and open back up to our five-pointed star. It's like you can feel the heart singing. Bring the hands behind the back. Do something different. Maybe you take opposite elbows. There's a reverse namaste. That's always fun. This time we're going to lift up the heart just a little bit. Find a little back bend. So really squeeze into the glutes and the thighs, pressing the pubis forward. Feeling the front ribs away from the hips. Let the head tip back. Feel the freedom. Release. One more breath. And then come back into center. Release your hands so that the heels of the hand are right on your sacrum. Right here, feeling the iliac, the hip bowl, the pelvic bowl right on either side of the sacrum. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, bow down. Keep your left hand on the sacrum, right hand to the earth, and we're going to take a little twist to the left. So you're feeling rotated through the rib cage. Start to peel that. Look up. One more breath. Hand will go right to the back. Just keep it stable so you feel the thoracic cavity moving here. Twist to the right. One more breath. Beautiful. Release down, slowly peel all the way up back to that victory shape of five-pointed star. Lift the left toes, point them to the front, and sink right into warrior two. And adjust the stance if you need to widen it. Go for it. Inhale, straighten the legs, palms kiss, soften the shoulders. Inhale. Two more. Keep rotating that hip open. Testing your edge here. Find it. Warrior two. Hands to the rib cage. Gentle reminder to rotate the ribs slightly to the right. And then re-extend the arms. Gaze over the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Come into your extended side angle. Draw the right shoulder so that it frames the right ear. Maybe bring that hand behind you for the bind. Lock. Right. And then bring that right hand down inside. Drop the left knee. We're coming into that lizard or twisted dragon shape. Feel free to use the block to help you here. Bend the right knee. Take a big bind using any props you have to help reach. Really sink into the hips here. Notice if there's resistance in the body. Breathe some love and compassion so that something softens. One more breath. And hands to the earth, step back to high plank. Go through a flow. Really savoring each shape in that flow. Don't overlook anything. Beautiful. On the inhale, look forward into a high plank. We're going to lower down into a forearm plank. Press down into the earth, extend back through the heels. If my girl Heather is on, this is warming. Engage everything in the body so you're not just fine. One more big breath. And then drop the knees and thighs. Come right into your Sphinx pose. In your Sphinx pose, I challenge you to bend the knees. See how it feels and changes things to point the toes toward the head. Okay, and if that's not enough sensation into the lumbar, and you want to deepen the back bend, you can press into the palms and lift the heart. Two more breaths here, whatever you've chosen to do. Slowly release back down to your forearms. Melt the legs back. come on down to see. Just hug the earth for a moment. For all that's offered to us in such abundance. This is nice grounding energy. I know today's probably not the day you want to go out and do grounding and earthing to recharge, but it's supposed to get a little nicer as the week goes on. So maybe you'll have some time to go out and really kiss the earth. All right, from here, we're going to press into the left palm and roll over to the right shoulder. And as you do that, you may be able to walk your right hand away from you a little bit. You want to keep that arm parallel to the, perpendicular to the body, perpendicular to the body. Once you're on your side, left side over right, bend the left knee. An option here to take another little thigh stretch. If that's not all stretch, the left. So you're going to get into the left hip socket as well as to the right shoulder. Relax your jaw. 3 more breaths here. Just allow yourself to be. Release the bind. Start to roll over to your belly. Feel that newly circulating blood flow right to your right. Press into the right palm. Maybe walk palm away from you a little bit as you roll over. Relax your head. Forgot to mention that. Let your head be soft onto the earth or a blanket. You want to take that thigh stretch. It's also a nice little balancing maneuver here. Bring your right ankle into your right hand. If you'd like to contribute more, a little more pressure into the left shoulder, drop the foot down and just let the hips roll open. Honoring this moment with your attention. Take another breath. Release your binds. Roll right onto your belly. Reach the arms both out. Come onto your left cheek. Just hug the earth once again. If you hear any noises in the background, it's on my end. A little demo onto the front porch today, so try not to get rattled by any noises beyond your own breath, your heartbeat. Take another breath. All right, so our shoulders ankles. Give the ankles a feel the tightness and support in the joints. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, and when you're ready, start to lift the thighs, lift the heart, lift the ribs. If you're choosing not to do a full bow pose today, locust is a wonderful place to be. Or just release the bind, straighten arms and legs, and lift, lift, lift. 4 more breaths here. Really honor each breath with your attention. You're ready, feel free to let go. Bring your hands right to the back of the palms. Just feel the rebound of that shape. And from here, with the knees narrow, press back into a child's pose. Really slowly. Maybe you find a cat on the way. I know, Stephen, you'll find a cat on the way. You find cats everywhere. Hips back to heels. If it's out of your hand, free. Take breath in, sensing your intention. Let the breath go. We're going to come right back up into that saddle pose and take a back bend from here. We're coming into seated. So once again, if maybe you're feeling a little bit warmer and more pliable in the thighs and you don't want to use a block, maybe you still want to use a block. I'm going to still use a block. Have the block handy. So coming in, maybe you want to start moving the fleshy calf away from the hamstring and widening the heels a little bit if that's safe in your knees to do so. So just that your eyes behind fingers. You can walk your hands a little closer to the shoulder blades together and lift your heart. So that would be one place to be. If you feel like there's more for you, then you can come on down to your forearms. And if your knees lift a little bit, it's all right. The yoga police aren't coming for you. As long as it feels good. If it feels good and it feels like you're giving your body a stretch, go for it. If you're feeling pain, however, that's when we want to stop. All right, so maybe this is where you want to be. Or maybe you take it all the way down, flattening your back to the earth. Another option, bolster onto your elbow. So our intention here is opening the body, lifting, shining through the heart. 4 more breaths. Be here with your breath. If you are all the way down, come back onto your forearms. Slowly bring your chin into your and very to neutral. And we're a little rabbit pose. So lift your hips from your heels. Bring the crown of the head, not your forehead, not your third eye, but go up till you reach the center of the top of your head, down to the earth. And your hands are going to reach back maybe for your ankles, your heels, your calves, your pant legs, and invite roundness into the spine. Now, for some people, that's too much pressure in their head. It feels compressive in their neck, in which case you would bring your hands next to your ears, press into the palms, and bring that slight rounding into the whole back spine. You can even very, very gentle in your neck. Take another breath. And then press up to table. Swing your legs around. We're going to come right onto our bootay. And roll down. Hug your knees in. Feel how it feels to massage your back. Get all the edges of your spine. Get that SI. Shoulders. Left foot. Taking one hand on the leg. If you have a wall, it's nice to press that left foot into the wall for some resistance. I sure do miss giving assists. We're taking a turn though here, people. I can feel it. Take another breath. And keep crossing the right knee over the left knee. See if you can swing your left heel around to be caught by your right hand, or your right ankle, your left blah 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 left ankle in the right hand, and then the right ankle in the left hand. I don't know which side. Another breath. And then release the binds, but keep the right leg crossed over the left and let the knees drift over to the left side for a spinal twist. Maybe the left hand invites the knees and presses down for a self assist. You can turn the head any way it feels comfortable for you. If you like these slow stretches, particularly ones that we hold for 3 to 5 minutes, join me on Sunday night for my Love the Skin You Are Yin class, where we cultivate and the skin and the bones. It helps release energy. It helps to relieve some stress that's latent in your body. Take another breath in the twist. And then slowly start to unwind back flat to the earth, legs to the sky. You can straddle, open, close, or kick or pedal, whatever feels good. So you can sign up for that yin class, Love the Skin You're Yin, on my website, eatyogadrink.com. Sunday night, I believe it's from 7:30 to 9. All right, other side, left ankle over the right thigh. And experience flow at noon and on evening yin class to help set your yin tensions for the year. I don't set resolutions because they usually set you up for some sense of failure, but intentions are little seeds that you plant, sankalpa, in order to help watch grow the things that are most important to you. Redirected attention, breath, presence. So you can find those things on eatyogadrink.com too. All right, cross left knee over right, binding at the ankles if that serves you. Notice where you're feeling it. Another breath. And then release the bind, but keep the left knee crossed over to the right, spinal twist. One more breath. And invite yourself back to the center. Any final movements before you settle into stillness? And we're going to do two progressive, not progressive, just two muscle relaxation, squeeze and release. Just noticing where you may still be holding tension, tightness, anything in the body so that you can free yourself from it. So when you're ready to melt down into final rest, and I invite you to spread the legs, spread the arms, take up some space with the palms facing up. As you take a big breath in, squeeze the palms, the glutes, the legs, the toes, the face, the belly, pelvic floor, everything. Give a big squeeze, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the breath go, let the body soften. And we're going to do that one more time on the way to Shavasana. Take a big breath in, squeeze everything you can control right now. Hold the breath, hold the squeeze at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Let it go. What weight can you put down now, willingly relinquishing the pointed quills of guilt or judgment? What burden of the heart can lift? What dark corner can be lit? The candle flickering at first, then burning bright? With the next breath, let it go. That old story you've told yourself 1,000,000 times. Whatever doesn't serve you on this path of truth, leave it behind. Offer this one gift, a simple sacrifice that in the giving sets you free to fully live. Donna folds. If it's out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind too. Let that centering thought go with you as you travel off the mat into the world today. Start to breathe into the body. Offer yourself a big stretch. And then draw your knees in, hugging tightly and just thanking yourself for arriving on the mat today. Roll over to one side, honoring this moment as a new beginning, a new way of thinking, maybe changing your way of being. Then make your way back to a comfortable seat. Press the palms together in front of the heart. Thank you so much for your presence, your energy, your bright light shining today. I am so grateful for each of you. Namaste. Thank you all. Sorry we cut Shavasana a little short. I suppose since I'm not teaching for a studio, I could like run over, and if anyone needed to leave, they could leave. Should we do that next time and let you guys stay in Shavasana a little longer? Yeah? Okay. So if this class is like till 9:35, whatever, I trust that y'all will go when you have to go. But Shavasana is a really important shape, and I always feel like I'm cutting it short here. So next week, we'll make sure we honor that and get a full Shavasana. So thanks so much for practicing with us today. Check out eatyogadrink.com.